go through the floor plan, the multiple proposed plans, I want you to keep in mind that this lounge has no cost to any of you. All the funds are coming from the student government events and all of the Renaissance Foundation. Within the lounge, there'll be a series of round and oval tables and high tabletop seating located within the center area and on number 2. Each seating is about 3 to 12 per person. Not only that, along the right wall further back, it's a 5 to 6 person booth, which we will phase in as time goes on. Also, to cut down on costs, to keep the cost down, sorry, we're gonna keep the current lunch tables in the front, which seats about between 12 to 16 persons. In total, it's about 70 people, 170 seating within the entire cafeteria. Aside from the furniture that was personalized with the Indian spirit to promote Pennsauken Indian pride, each wall of the lounge will be painted with murals depicting Pennsauken in a positive light. For example, the walls will emphasize diversity, the sports, other student activities. For entertainment, the lounge will be complete with board games such as chess, checkers, and other interactive games. Last but certainly not least, a possibly 55-inch flat screen TV will be rerunning the morning announcements, Channel 19, and all other school activities. We plan to complete this phase. Oh, sorry. We plan to complete this in phases, starting with the first phase, which is painting. A hostess station will be set up in the beginning so that who is supposed to be in the lounge will be in the lounge and no other stragglers, so everyone will work to be in there, because it is a reward for those in Renaissance. We also have a professional menu board and a DVD player. In November will be phase 2. We will update with the logo furniture and other features. In closing, the Renaissance Lounge not only be a positive attribute to Pennsauken High School, but to the students as well, providing an incentive to attend PHS and to do better in academics. We are really excited, as you can see. We are really excited about doing this. A lot of kids say student government doesn't do anything in school, and nothing ever happens here. We are hoping that we can change this attitude and help people realize all the good students and all of the good that we do. And sorry. And we feel this Renaissance Lounge will be a great highlight. Thank you.
Are there any, excuse me, young ladies, are there any questions from the board?
Yeah, you can't just tell us and run. We have a question. The one question I had, 2 questions actually. How many average are in the Renaissance program?
400.
Okay. So that's basically equivalent to the freshman class.
Yes.
So it should have no impact on the main. Also, have you consulted with the food service director?
Yes.
Okay. And of course the principal?
Yes.
All right. That's all the questions I have for now.
Thank you for your presentation.
I did, I'm sorry.
Thank you for your presentation.
I
This is what it's about.
Right, absolutely.
Young people taking charge.
Absolutely.
Demonstrating their capabilities.
I did go over to the school and I visited the Renaissance program itself. And another time I visited the student government. Impressed with both bodies of young people. And I looked at the room. The room is certainly one that would accommodate their vision. And all of the young students of the other grade levels or non-Renaissance or student government would have sufficient room in the other part of the cafeteria. They're 2 separate parts. So I'm certainly supporting them. You know the purpose of the board? What's the purpose of the board? Whoa. What's the board? The purpose of the board? That was a good guess. Everything that happens in the school district, they have to approve. Every penny that's spent, unless it's earned like you have earned that. every other penny they have to pay. And so, if they say no, you see the names in front of them? They have to be elected to those positions. So remember their names. Now, I think they're an intelligent group of people, and I mean that honestly. And I know that they're student-oriented, and I certainly support your vision 100% of the time. But they still have to vote. I can't force them. Okay, so this is something that the board will consider, and we will be, do that tonight? Do that tonight. Okay. And then you'll find out. Okay, be careful, watch yourself.
Thank you.
Here are the things I have written down, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Dr. Johnson.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we allow the freshman cafeteria to be changed into a Renaissance lounge as presented.
I'll second that motion.
I just think we have to add in the direction of Mr. Vincent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
My apology, board. Did I introduce Mr. Snyder?
Kind of
Stand
sort
up
of.
there, fella. Stand up there. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Is
I
he the
meant to
one we
do that.
like?
He is the one in charge of the young people. Doing an excellent job. Excellent job. My apologies. You get old, you get forgetful.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mateta?
And just with the approval of, with the knowledge and approval of the principal.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second on the question. Mr. Oberg, may we have a roll call?
Mr. Copeland?
Yes.
Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Yes.
Mr. Stargell?
Yes.
Mrs. Andrew Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Andrew Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wynn?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
You're sitting closer to me.
Okay. Again, bring up to the attention of the board, Dr. Johnson has requested that we have a meeting on the 8th. I would suggest that we have a meeting on the 8th at 7 o'clock. Is that okay with all members here?
Mr. President, you've
Yes,
already...
it is Monday.
We've lost
Mr.
that.
President, you already have a special meeting identified for that, which I have not yet canceled. I can just merely change the purpose of the meeting.
Really? Thank you very much, Mr. Oberg.
Well, what is the purpose of the meeting? Doctor, you did mention it, but
Yes,
I ran by you.
Good question. No, I didn't tell you what it was.
Use one word together.
Okay. These are the things that we'll talk about. Booker T. Washington School. We may have a human resource director. There's a contemplation of starting a golf program, but we need more work. And there is a concussion policy which we must pass, and it should be in place before football season starts. And that begins, if I'm not mistaken, in 2 weeks, mid-August. So I will ask that that policy be put together. We have a nurse, Mrs. Meg Schneider, who's got her act together. She has done a beautiful job in working with Mr. Billy Wright in converting the state template into a policy for our young people. And that policy needs to be passed, so we will present it at that meeting.
Go ahead. Did
Okay, I think that's basically it.
you have mentioned the golf program?
Yes,
And I think that we dismissed our tennis program.
yes.
Can you put that on there? Just what-
Well, this is the problem, and I'm glad you brought that up. The board cannot contribute to it. And so the supposition was that volunteers were going to provide the money. And so when I looked at the proposal, there was not enough to cover, so they're still looking. Because if the board contributes to the golf, then they have to bring tennis back, and I think there may have been another one that was cut. So we can't do it by contributing to it unless we give it to the other programs that we're also cutting.
Yeah, I understand.
Hmm.
And I still would like to discuss it.
Oh, okay.
August 18th.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some.
Then let's make it sports.
There's been some serious inquiry in regards to losing those sports from the community.
No question
So it's
about
a
it.
matter of having, I'd like the board to take position
Mhm.
and understand the format that you just explained. And that's why I wanted to bring the sports program to the board to try and get some type of direction as to, we have approximately 1,600 kids in this high school.
Yeah, we get 1,600.
And I don't see where we can downsize our athletic program when we have kids that have fought to keep the athletic program. We had a number of kids come and take position to fight for the golf program. But we looked at our budgetary issues at that time and decided to make those decisions. And maybe we can revisit that because our job is to accommodate students. Okay.
Okay. Are you going to make changes there, Mr. Holbert?
I'll word it properly so that those categories can be discussed.
Good.
Thank you.
Excuse me, one question. What time are we to meet on August 8th?
7.
7?
That would be over to the administration building.
We'll be at the administration building.
Yes. And I want to thank the staff for telling me where the meeting was going to be tonight. I really appreciate it.
Oops.
I really appreciate it. Not only did I not know where it was, but I didn't know how to get into the room. So, thank you. And they're good guys, too. All right.
At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to the business administrator, Mr. Robert.
Mr. President, if possible, I'd like a motion to approve items number 4 to 14, which were discussed at the last week's meeting.
Okay.
I was not going to make the motion because I wasn't at the meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve items 4 through 14 on the school business administrator's report.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. On the question.
Roll call, I have a question on the building.
Yes.
I had spoken to Mr. Arbiet, and I was looking at the Flanagan Towing Service, and I was wondering if that would affect the board in terms of them being contracted with the township. They are a contracted outfit with the township. Would that affect the board from moving this forward?
I'm sorry.
Would anyone be conflicted
What
with any board? Flanagan Towing. They are a towing outfit that is contracted with the township. Therefore, would that affect any of our board members from moving that part of the building?
No.
Okay.
Anything else on the question? Roll call, Mr. Robert.
Mr. Copeland?
Yes, except I will be abstaining on the June bill list on Arnold Safe and Lock, Mr. Oberg, the air and hydraulics, the food service bill list, AA Pretzel, and then the July bill list, Dr. Johnson. Yes to everything else.
Okay. Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Abstain on number 4 and number 8, yes to the rest.